Today in this quantitative aptitude video from careerright.com, we'll see how to quickly understand and solve sums related to work and wages. Placement test, job interview, banks, MBA and all other competitive exams focus on this topic as it confuses many students, and so they always ask at least 1 to 2 sums of work and wages. Here we'll see some tips that will help us solve any type of work and wage problem. You can practice this topic on careerright.com, which has practice test as well as 1000 plus quantitative aptitude questions. So now let's begin. Work and wages concept or work and wages sums are similar to work and time sums. Various types of sums can be asked in work and wages, and because of this, having a set pattern of solving these sums is not possible. However, we have a set of tips that would help you solve all the sums related to work and wages. So let's move on and quickly see what those tips are, right? What is the first tip? This we have learned from childhood. If you do more work, you will get more money, right? If you work more, you will get more money. If you do less work, you will get less money, right? Let's move on to second tip. What does it say? We have learned that more work means more money. Say A does a work in 2 days, okay? And B does the same work or the same amount of work in 3 days. Now both are doing the same amount of work. So should both of them get the same money? No. What happens over here is A is faster than B. A is better than B. That is the reason A takes less number of days. So A should get more money, right? What does that mean? B is slower than A. B takes more time. That means B should get less money. So over here we also can say less is the number of days, more is the money that you receive, right? So here, if both of them do the same amount of work, if someone is doing the work in less number of days, that person should get more money. What does that mean? We can say that income is inversely proportional to the amount of time taken or the number of days taken. You take more days, you will get less income. You take less days, you will get more income, right? So from this, what we can say, if ratio of days, if ratio of number of days taken by A and B to complete a work is 2 days and 3 days, so 2:3, then what will be the ratio of income of A and B? Since we know that income is inversely proportional to days, so ratio of income of A and B will be exactly opposite, that is exactly inverse, that is 3:2. See over here, A takes less days, so A's income is more. B takes more days, so B's income is less, right? So this is the second tip that you should remember, that more days, less money, less days, more money, and ratio of days is 2:3, or if ratio of days is given, then ratio of income will be exactly opposite. Now let's move on to the third tip. Now we know the ratio of income, then what will be share of B's income out of the total income? Very easy, we have seen in the partnership video, okay, how to find the share of a person, right, from the profit or something like that. So take a look at the partnership video if you have not seen. Here also I'll explain how to calculate the share, okay. Now what is the share of B out of total income? Very easy to find out. What is share of income of what is the ratio over here related to B? It is 2. A is to B is 3:2, right? Ratio of income of A is to B is 3:2. So which is the ratio related to B? It is 2. So write 2 over here, divided by 3 plus 2, right? 3 plus 2, both the numbers, multiplied by total income, right? So you will get 2/5 multiplied by total income. This is nothing but the share of B in the total income. What will be share of A? Share of A will be simply, what is the ratio related to A? It is 3 divided by 3 plus 2, right? Both the numbers multiplied by total income. This would be share of A. See how easy it is. Remember this tip. This is useful for partnership also, and this is useful over here also. Okay. Now let's move on to the next tip. Let us see what it is. Now the fourth tip. Now what have we learned? More work, more money, right? In the first one. In the second one, we were not able to apply this. So what we did? Less days, more money. We converted. Instead of work, we considered number of days. But if we want to consider work only, that more work, more money, we want to consider this concept only and solve the sum. Okay, then how to think about it? Let us see. Let's take an example, same example. A completes a work in 2 days, B completes the same work in 3 days. Is that right? This is the example which you took. Now both of them are doing the same work. So how should the money be distributed? We will not consider days over here, right? We have to consider only work. Now very easy. Now over here, look at the right hand side. For time and work, what we have seen, a very small concept called as invert. That means if entire work is done in n days, in 1 day the amount of work done is 1 by n. Just invert that. Just take this n in the denominator. Same way, if A does the entire work in 2 days, in 1 day, how much? In 1 day, how much amount of work will be done by A? Just invert, it would be 1 by 2. If B does the entire work in 3 days, in 1 day amount of work done by B will be 1 by 3. Why? We just invert, we just take this 3 to the denominator, right? That means in 1 day A does 1 by 2 amount of work, that is 50%, and B does 1 by 3 amount of work, that is 33.333%. So A does more work than B, so A should get more money than B. See, again we have come to the same conclusion, more work, more money. But here we are not considering the entire work. Here we are saying in 1 day how much work is done by A, right? Here we saw number of days. Here we saw total work. Here, since work is same, what we need to do? Find the 1 day work. In 1 day, A does more work than B, so A will get more money than B. Okay. Now, what is the ratio of work done by A and B in 1 day? That will be work done by A is 1 by 2 is to work done by B is 1 by 3. This is the ratio of the work done by A and B in 1 day, right? Now let's take the LCM. LCM is 6. What you will get over here? You will get 3 is to 2. This is same as what we derived over here, right? What we derived in this equation, ratio of income is 3 is to 2. Same way, ratio of work done by A is to B is 3 is to 2. So, ratio of income for A is to B would be equal to 3 is to 2. Because why? More work, more money. Here we had ratio of days. Less days, so more money. So, we inverted it. Here, ratio of work done is given. It is not the days. So, ratio of work done is 3 is to 2. That means A does more work. So, ratio of income of A is to B will be also be 3 is to 2. Because A does more work, A will get more money. B does less work, B will get less money. See how easy it was. There is nothing to it. We just have to remember more work, more money. Less number of days taken to do the work, more amount of money a person will get, right? Now after this, let us move on to another small tip. Okay, the fifth tip, that is nothing but we have already seen the tip of invert. That is, if you are given total number of work, total amount of work, total work is done in say n days. So in 1 day, how much amount of work would be done? 1 by n. Simply invert, right? So that means we are finding the 1 day work of person, of the person. Say if they have given 1 day work is done in 1 day, 1 by n amount of work is done. So total work when done would be in how many days? Simply invert. Again vice versa, you will get n. So if someone says that A does 1 upon 8 amount of work in 1 day, so total work would be done in how many days? Simply invert, it would be 8 days, right? Just remember these tips. We'll be using these tips ahead in the sums, in the solved examples which we are going to see, and that would help you remember these tips and tell you how to apply these tips while solving sum. So let's move to question number 1. Ramesh can do a work in 5 days. Suresh can do the same work in 7 days. Total amount given for this work to them is rupees 480. If both are working together, then what will be the share of Suresh? Now over here, we know, what have we learnt? More work, more money, right? But over here, Ramesh can do the entire work in 5 days. Suresh can do the same work in 7 days. So here the work is same. So what to do? So what we see over here, Ramesh is doing it in 5 days. That is less number of days. That means he is faster than Suresh. That means he should get more money. We have seen that ratio of days. What is the ratio of days over here? 5:7. So what will be the ratio of income for Ramesh and Suresh? It would be 7:5, exactly opposite what we have seen earlier in the tip, right? So income ratio, okay, we'll calculate over here. Income ratio of Ramesh and Suresh is nothing but 7:5. What we have to find out? Share of Suresh, right? What is share of Suresh? How to find out share of Suresh? It would be, what is the ratio of Suresh? It is 5 divided by total 7 plus 5, that is both multiplied by total income. Now both of them are getting how much? 5 upon 7 plus 5 is 12 multiplied by total income. Both of them are getting 480 rupees for the entire work. So what you will get over here? 12 4s are 40 rupees 200. So Suresh, share of Suresh is 200 rupees. If they, after this going ahead, if they ask you what is share of Ramesh, what you will do? 480 minus 200 equal to 280 rupees. This is the share of Ramesh, or you can calculate from the ratio also. Share of Ramesh is how much? 7 upon 5 plus 7 is 12 multiplied by 480, and you will get 280 rupees. You will get the same answer, right? So here we don't need share of Ramesh, we need only share of Suresh, okay? So 200 rupees is the share of Suresh. See how easy it was. Let's move on. Question number 3. Ramesh can do a work in 15 days. Vijay and Ramesh together can do the same work in 10 days. They received rupees 1155 for that work. What is the share of Ramesh and Vijay? Now here we know number of days taken by Ramesh, but we do not know number of days taken by Vijay. So we cannot use our trick of finding the ratio of days and taking the ratio of income as exactly opposite. So let's move on to another trick what we've learned. Okay, what we have learned, like work and time, we just invert, right? And we find the 1 day work. Or what is the trick? Let us see again over here. What do we mean by invert? What have they given? Ramesh takes 15 days to complete the entire work alone, right? So in 1 day, how much work would be done by Ramesh? It would simply be just invert, that is 1 by 15. So 15 comes in the denominator, right? This much amount of work is done by Ramesh in 1 day. Vijay, do we know how many days Vijay takes? No. So let us assume Vijay takes V days to complete the entire work. So in 1 day, amount of work done by Vijay is 1 by V, right? Just invert. Vijay and Ramesh work together and they complete the entire work in 10 days. So in 1 day, Vijay and Ramesh complete how much work? 1 by 10. Why? We just invert, right? So this is done by Ramesh in 1 day, this is the work done by Vijay in 1 day, and this is the work done by Vijay and Ramesh in 1 day. Now Vijay and Ramesh start working together. In 1 day, how much work they will do? It would be equal to the work done by Vijay in 1 day, right? Plus work done by Ramesh in 1 day, right? 1 by 15, right? But we already know that both of them together in 1 day complete 1 by 10 amount of work. So we'll have 1 by 10 over here. So what will be the work done by Vijay? 1 by 10 minus 1 by 15. What you will get? You will get over here LCM is 33 minus 2. That would be 1 upon 30. This is the work done by Vijay in just 1 day. Since this is the work done by Vijay in 1 day, then how many days will Vijay take to complete the entire work? Just invert. What do we get? 30 days. Now we can very easily calculate this by the previous trick which we have used. Okay, I'll solve it over here. Ratio of days for ratio of days, okay, for Ramesh and Vijay is nothing but 15:30. So what will be ratio of income for Ramesh and Vijay? It would be 30:15, and then we can find out the income very easily. But here we will move on with the another trick, that is the 1 day work trick, okay, so that you will get familiar with that trick. Now what have we learnt over here? Vijay does 1 by 30 amount of work in one day, right? Ramesh does 1 by 15 amount of work. So Ramesh is doing more work than Vijay, right? So what is the ratio of work done, okay, in one day by Ramesh and Vijay? It would be work done by Ramesh in one day is 1 by 15. Work done by Vijay in one day is 1 by 30. Taking the LCM, 30 is the LCM, what you will get over here? 2:1. That means work done by Ramesh and Vijay, okay, in one day, ratio of work done by Ramesh and Vijay in one day is 2:1. So ratio of income of Ramesh and Vijay will be same 2:1, because we have learnt more work, more money, right? This is 2:1. So what will be the share of Ramesh? Share of Ramesh will be, what is the ratio for Ramesh? 2 divided by 2 plus 1, right? 2 plus 1 multiplied by total income. How much it is? They have been given 1155 rupees. So we'll have 2 by 3 into 1155 rupees. That would be 3 3s are 9, 25 3 8s are 24, 15. 385 into 2, that would be equal to 2 5s are 10, 2 8s are 16, 17, 2 3s are 6, 7. 770 rupees is the share of Ramesh. And what will be the share of Vijay? Very easy. Subtract 770 from 115. Let us calculate over here at the center. 1155 minus 770. What we will get? We will get 5 minus 0 is 5. 15 minus 7 is 8. Right? 10 minus 7 as 3. 385 rupees is the share of Vijay. We can also find share of Vijay by the ratio method, 1 upon 2 plus 3 into 1155, or we can find it this way, right? See how easy it was using both the tricks. Now we have seen how to use both the tricks when it comes to days and when it comes to finding the work done in one day. Moving to question number 4. Wages of 44 women for 56 days comes to rupees 29,568. How many men are needed for 47 days to receive rupees 16,920 if the daily wages of a man being 5 times those of a woman? Again, this might seem very difficult or a different kind of sum, but it is very easy. Here you don't even need any formula, just by logic you can solve the sum. Let us see how. Wages of 44 women for 56 days is how much? 29,568 rupees. So wages for 44 women for one day, okay, for one day will be how much? 29,568 divided by number of days, that is 56 days, right? 44 women for one day will get 29,568 divided by 56 rupees. So one woman for one day will get how much? That would be 29,568 upon 56 into 44, right? This much is the wage of one woman for one day, right? For one day. The value of this is rupees 12. Okay, I have not shown the calculation over here, but when you simplify, you will get the value as rupees 12. What have they given? Wages of man being 5 times those of woman. So one man's wage is 5 times woman's wage, that is 5 times 12, that is rupees 60, right? Now we have to find number of men that are needed for 47 days to receive 16,920. That means 16,920 are distributed among men, whatever is the number of men, in for 47 days. That means in 47 days 16,920 rupees get over. So let us assume that the number of men are m, right? So let us calculate over here, right? Let us see over here. Say one man in one day gets how many rupees? Rupees 60. We have already seen daily wage of a man is 5 times that of woman. So m men, okay, m men in one day will receive how much? Simply 60 into m, that is 60 m rupees, right? M men in one day receive 60 m rupees. So m men in 47 days will receive how many rupees? 60 m for one day multiplied by 47 days, right? these much rupees. But we already know that M men for 47 days are to receive 16,920 rupees in total. So 16,920 is nothing but 60M into 47. So M is nothing but 16,920 divided by 60 into 47. That will give you 6 men. See how easy it was, very easy. We found out the wages for 1 day for all the women, then we found out the wages for 1 woman for 1 day, then we found out the wage for 1 man for 1 day, and then we went exactly the opposite way. We found out for 1 man for 1 day, then we found out for M men for 1 day, then we found out for M men for 47 days. That is already given 16,920, and we simply substituted the value and found the answer as 6 men. So first we came this way and then we went the other way again. See how easy it was. Moving to question number 5. P, Q and R take a job for rupees 640. P and Q together finish 2/5 of the work and rest is done by R alone. What is the share of R? Again, extremely easy sum. What have they given? P, Q and R are working on a job. Both of them complete 2/5 of the work. Rest of the work is done by R. How much is the rest of the work? Total work is 1. Out of that 2/5 is completed by P and Q. So rest of the work is 1 minus 2 by 5. That is 3 upon 5. This is done by R alone. What have we learnt? If you do more work, you will get more money. So if you do half the work, you will get half the money. If you do 1/4 work, you will get 1/4 money. If you do 75% work, you will get 75% money. So if you do 3/5 of the work, you will get 3/5 of the money. Total money which they got is 640. So what is the share of R? R's share would be 3/5 of total money, that is 640. What do we get? We get 5, 5 ones are 5, 14, 5 twos are 10, 40, 128 into 3, 3 8s are 24, 3 2 6, 7, 8, 384 rupees is the share of R. See how very easy it was. We just have to remember more work, more money. Question number 6. P can do a job in 30 days while Q alone can do it in 45 days. They work together for 15 days and rest of the job is done by R in 6 days. They get rupees 15,000 for the whole job. What will be R's share? Now here we know how much days P takes alone to do the job. We know how much days Q takes, but we do not know how much days R takes alone to do the job. Okay, here we only know that the rest of the work is done by R in 6 days. But R alone can do the work in how many days, that we do not know. So we cannot use our normal formula or normal trick of days, finding the ratio of days and then taking the inverse for income, right? So we cannot use that. So let us move to the next trick which we learned, that is 1 day work trick. What we do over here, we simply invert and we find the 1 day work. Now left hand side, let us see how to solve this. P takes 30 days to do the entire job. So in 1 day, how much work does P do? Simply invert, that is 1 by 30. Q takes how many days? 45 days to do the entire work. So in 1 day, how much work does Q do? 1 by 45. Why? We simply invert, right? We simply invert. P and Q start working together, correct? Now in 1 day, P and Q will finish how much work? Work done by P in 1 day plus work done by Q in 1 day. That would be equal to the LCM over here. It would be 90, 33s are 45 2s are 5 upon 90, right? So 5 upon 90 is the LCM. So we will have over here 5 1s are 5 1s are 40 18. 1 upon 18 amount of work is done by P and Q in 1 day. They have given that P and Q work together for 15 days. In 1 day, P and Q do 1 upon 18 amount of work. So in 15 days, how much work will be done by P and Q? Simply work done in 1 day multiplied by total number of days, that is 15 days. That would be 15 upon 18, that would be 3 5s are 15, 3 6s are 18. 5 by 6 amount of work is done by P and Q together in 15 days. After 15 days, rest of the job is done by R alone. That means PQ do 5 by 16 amount of work. How much work is done by R? It is the remaining work, right? How much is the remaining work? Total work is 1. Out of that 5 by 6 is done by P and Q. So remaining work is 1 by 6. This is done by R alone, right? This is done by R alone. Now see at the top, what have we learnt? More work, more money. So if you do half the work, you will get half the money. If you do 75% of work, you will get 75% of money. So if you do 1/6 of the work, you will get 1/6 of the money. Total money they received was 15,000. So share of R will be 1/6 of 15,000. That would be rupees 2,500. See how easy it was. Even using the 1 day work formula, you might seem that this is difficult, but no, with practice you will be able to solve this sum, entire sum, under 1 minute. Just little bit of practice is needed, and your tips which we have learnt at the start, those must be clear. If you know that, you will easily be able to decide which tip you can use and be able to solve the entire sum in just 1 minute. Moving to question number 7. A man and a boy received rupees 1800 as wages for 3 days for a job they did together. The man's efficiency in work was 5 times that of the boy. What is the daily wages of the boy? Again, extremely easy sum, can be solved by common logic. Let us see, let's go sentence by sentence. A man and a boy. So there was one man and there was one boy. They received rupees 1800 as wages for how many days? 3 days for a job they did together. So for 3 days, if they are getting 1800, so man and boy for 1 day, how much they will get? 1800 divided by 3, rupees 600. So both of them together, they get 600 rupees per day. Is that right? Now, what have they given? The efficiency of man in work is 5 times that of boy, right? If man's efficiency is 5 times that of boy, what does that mean? Man does 5 times more work than the boy, right? 5 times more work than the boy. Is that right? So if man's efficiency is 5 times that of boy, so in 1 hour or in 1 day or whatever is the time period, man will do 5 times more work than the boy. We have learnt more work, more money. If you do half the work, you will get half the money. If you do 75% of the work, you will get 75% of the money. So if you do 5 times more work, 5 times more work, you will get 5 times more money, right? So if the boy gets, say, 1 rupee, the man will get 5 rupees. Is that right? So what will be the ratio of income of the man is to boy? What will be the ratio of income of the man is to boy? What we have seen, say if the boy earns 1 rupee, what will the man earn? 5 times more, that is 5 rupees. So ratio of income of man is to boy is 5:1. What we have to find? Daily wages of the boy. Now here, man and boy in 1 day get 600 rupees, right? So daily wages of man and boy together, that is the total daily wage for both of them. Total daily wage is 600 rupees. And we also know that income of the man is 5 times the income of the boy, because efficiency is 5 times. So income of man, ratio of income of man is to boy is 5:1. What is the share of boy? That is nothing but what is the ratio for boy? 1 divided by 5 plus 1. 5 plus 1 multiplied by, since we have to find out daily wages of the boy, what are the total daily wages for both of them? Total daily wages, it would be simply 600. We cannot write 1800, we will write 600 because 1800 is for 3 days. Daily wage means for 1 day. So 600 is for 1 day. What you will get? 1/6 into 600, that would be rupees 100. So daily wages of the boy is rupees 100. See how easy it was. Moving to next question. Parthiv was appointed for a 100 days job. The condition was that he will be paid rupees 24 for every working day, but he will also be fined rupees 12 for every day he is absent. At the end, he got rupees 420. For how many days he was absent? Now the job was for 100 days. Out of that, for each day he will be paid 24 rupees. So total amount would be 2400, right? But he received only 420 rupees. That means he was absent for many days. So we cannot have an option that for how many days he was absent. So for 0 days he was absent, that is not the case, because he got less amount. That means he must have been absent for some days. Do we know the number of days? No. Let us assume that Parthiv was absent for k days. K days absent, right? Absent for k days. Now, he received 420 rupees at the end, right? This is the final payment which he received at the end. If he was absent for k days, he was present for how many days? 100 minus k, right? And for these days he was present. For every present day, how many rupees he gets? 24 rupees, right? Multiplied by 24. So present days, the wages for every working day is 24. Out of that, right, how much would get subtracted? He was absent for k days. For one day, look at the right hand side, for one day 12 rupees are cut. If Parthiv was absent for one day, 12 rupees are cut. If he is absent for k days, okay, k days, how many rupees would be cut? Simply 12k rupees minus 12k rupees of absentee, right? 12k rupees would be equal to the final payment which he got, that is 420, right? He was present for these many days, so he earned this much. He was absent for 12 days, so this much got cut or deducted, and at the end he got 420 rupees. Let us solve. What do we get? 2400 minus 24k minus 12k equal to 420. On solving, we will get k equal to 55. So Parthiv was absent for 55 days. Now this sum can be asked in work and wages as well as problem on numbers, okay? Word problem on numbers. Over there also this kind of sums can be asked, but we have included it over here since it was related to wages, right? So moving on to next question. Total wages of 6 men, 4 women and 8 boys is rupees 26. If the wages of 6 men is equal to that of 8 women and wages of 4 women is equal to that of 6 boys, then find out the total wages of 8 men, 6 women and 4 boys. Again, extremely easy sum. Let us see how to solve this. Now let us assume that wages of one man be nothing but M. Let the wage of one woman be W rupees. Let the wages of one boy, okay, boy be B rupees, okay, W rupees, B rupees and M rupees. This is the wage for one man, one woman and one boy respectively. What have they given? Wages of 6 men. So it would be 6 into men, number of men are 6. So 6M is equal to wages of 8 women. So 8W. So one man is equal to 8W upon 6. So wage of one man is equal to 8 women, wage 8 by 6 of one woman, right? This is one derivation. They have also given that wages of 4 women is equal to the wages of 6 boys. So B is equal to 4 women upon 6, right? Everything we are converting into women, right? Now, what have they given? Wages of 6 men plus 4 women plus 8 boys is rupees 26, right? 6 men we already know is nothing but 8 women. So 8 women plus 4 women plus 8 boys. 8 into what is 1 boy? 1 boy is 4 by 6 of women is equal to 26. Now it is much better to convert everything into one unit. Say woman, you can do it in, you can convert everything into boys also or men also. You will always get the same answer. Here we have considered converting everything into women, that is one unit, right? Just like what we did in chain rule sums. Also check out the chain rule video for getting more clarification. But over here we have converted everything into women. What do we get over here? We will have 2 3s are 2 4s are, multiply by 3 throughout. What you will get? 24W plus 4 3s are 12W plus 16W is equal to 26 into 3. On calculating, we will get the value of W as rupees 1.5. That means wage of one woman is rupees 1.5. So what will be the wage of one man? One man, that would be equal to M would be 8 upon 6 into W. What is the value of W? 1.5. You will get rupees 2. What will be the wage for one boy? It would be 4 upon 6 multiplied by W. W is nothing but 1.5. That would be rupee 1. So wage for one man is rupees 2. Wage for one boy is rupee 1. Wage for one woman is rupees 1.5. What do we have to find out? Let us see over here. What is the wages of 8 men plus 6 women plus 4 boys? What is the answer? Man's wage is 2 rupees. So 8 men wage would be 8 into 2, 16. Plus women's wage is 1.5. Okay, one woman's wage is 1.5. So multiplied by 6 women, that would give us 9 rupees plus 4 boys. One boy rupee 1. 4 boys 4 rupees. Rupees 29. See how easily we got the answer. So rupees 29 is the answer. P, Q and R get rupees 10,800 for doing a work in 18 days. P and R get rupees 3,760 for doing the same work in 10 days, while Q and R get rupees 6,080 for doing the same work in 20 days. Find the amount received by R per day. Again, very easy sum. You just need common logic to solve this sum. Let us see how to do it. What have they given? P, Q and R, they work together, and how much rupees they get? 10,800 rupees. For how many days do they get? 18 days. That means when they complete the work in 18 days, the payment they receive is 10,800. So per day, how much do they get? 10,800 divided by 18, 18 6 are 108, 600 rupees are received by P, Q and R for one day, right? Now, P and R are working together, they get 3760 rupees, okay, for 10 days, and so for one day they will receive 3760 divided by 10 equal to rupees 376, right? This is received by P and R for one day, right? Then Q and R, they are working for 6080 rupees, that is for 20 days. They are working for 20 days and they receive 6080 rupees as payment. So in one day they will get 6080 divided by 20 equal to rupees 304. That is Q and R's payment for one day, right? We know P plus Q plus R is how much? 600. We know the value of Q plus R. Put the value. What do we get? P plus 304 would be equal to 600. So what will be the value of P? 600 minus 304, it is rupees 296. This is the amount which P receives. We know the value for P and R, that is 376, right? So what will be the value of R? 376 minus 296, that would be equal to rupees 80. So R gets rupees 80 per day, right? See how easy with common logic we solved the sum. Moving to question number 11. The amount of money with which A's wage can be paid for 18 days when A is working alone is enough for paying B's wage for 12 days when B is working alone. If A and B start working together, then the same amount would be enough for wages of both for how many days? Again, extremely easy sum. Okay, by common logic we can solve this sum. Now we do not know the total amount of money which is there. Let us assume that the amount which they are talking about is M rupees. Okay, now M rupees are enough for paying A's wage for 18 days. For A, it is enough for 18 days wage. So in one day, okay, in one day A will get how much money? M by 18 rupees, right? M rupees by 18 days, that is M by 18 rupees. Same way B will get in one day how much rupees, because same amount is enough for B for 12 days. So B will get M upon 12 rupees, right, per day, right? Now A and B are working together. Let us start. A and B are working together. So how much amount of money is given out every day? That would be one day wage of A plus one day wage of B. So A would be paid per day, B would also be paid per day. Both of them are working together. So we add their daily wages. What do we get over here? The LCM is 36. 2M plus 3M would be equal to 5M upon 36. So in one day, just one day, when A and B are working together, 5m upon 36 rupees are given out or are paid to A and B together, A and B both. What do we see? In one day 5m upon 36 rupees are given out, right? So in how many days these m rupees, that is the total amount, would be given out to A and B or would get over? Simply cross multiply. What do we get? We get m upon 5m upon 36 would be equal to question mark. This gets cancelled. So the question mark comes out to be 36 upon 5 days. So these are the number of days for which the amount m or the same amount would be enough for wages of both A and B. Moving to next question. Question number 12. Johnny employs 8 workers to work for 6 hours per day. In total, he pays them rupees 630 for a week. How much should Johnny pay 18 workers working 4 hours per day for a week? This is similar to the sum which we saw where 44 women are working for some days and they get some money and we have to find the number of men, right? So this is pretty easy. We'll use the same technique over here. Now over here time is given into hours as well as days. So there are 2 units. So it is much better to convert everything into 1 unit. Having converting hours into days is difficult, or it might make the calculation very complex. So it is much better to convert everything into hours. Okay. Now what have they given is that Johnny employs 8 workers to work for 6 hours per day, and these 8 workers which are there, they are working 6 hours per day for a week, that is for 7 days, right? 6 hours per day for 7 days. So how many total hours are they working? They are totally actually working for 6 into 7, that is 42 hours, right? So they are totally working for 42 hours. So 8 workers when working for 42 hours get how many rupees? Rupees 630. So 8 workers working for 1 hour, right, will get how many rupees? It would be 630 divided by 42 rupees, right? That means that would be equal to 15 rupees, right? 630 divided by 42. So 8 workers working for 1 hour get 15 rupees. So 1 worker working for 1 hour will get how many rupees? It would be simply 15 rupees by 8, 15 by 8 rupees. Okay. So 1 worker for 1 hour gets 15 by 8 rupees. Now they have asked how much should Johnny pay 18 workers, right? So 18 workers for 1 hour will get how many rupees? 18 into 15 divided by 8, that would be equal to 135 divided by 4. I have not shown the simplification, but this is the amount of rupees for 18 workers for 1 hour. They have said Johnny pay 18 workers working 4 hours per day for a week. Now let us see over here how many hours the workers are working in the second scenario. Now they have given the 18 workers work for 4 hours per day for a week. 1 week means 7 days. So how many total hours will they be working? Total hours for them would be simply 4 into 7, that is 28 hours. Just like the previous time we calculated the total number of hours. Instead of having hours and days, we calculated everything into total number of hours. So total number of hours for which the 18 workers will be working is 28 hours. 18 workers in 1 hour, okay, look over here, 18 workers in 1 hour get 135 upon 4 rupees. So 18 workers in 28 hours will get how much money? 1 hour money multiplied by total number of hours, that is 28, that would be 4 into 7, 135 into 7, it comes out to rupees 945. So Johnny needs to pay 18 workers who are working for 4 hours per day for a week rupees 945. See, by common sense logic we were able to solve this sum. Moving to question number 13. Ram and Shyam have been given a task of painting a house for rupees 800. With the help of Rita, they complete the job in just 3 days. Had Ram alone be doing the task, he would need 6 days. If Shyam alone would be doing the task, he would need 8 days. How much money will Rita get? Again, very easy. We have to use the invert and 1 day work technique. Let us see what have they given. Ram can complete the entire work in 6 days. So in 1 day, Ram can complete 1/6 of the work. Shyam can complete the entire work in 8 days. So in 1 day, Shyam can complete 1/8 of the work. Rita, we do not know the number of days. Let us assume it is Ri. So number of days, amount of work done by Rita in one day is 1 upon Ri. Now Ram, Shyam and Rita start working. In one day, what they do? They complete how much work? 1 by 6 plus 1 by 8 and 1 by Ri. But we already know that Ram, Shyam and Rita together complete the work in 3 days. So in one day they have completed 1/3 of the work, right? So this is nothing but this 1 by 3, right? So how much work is done by Rita? It would be 1 by 3 minus 1 by 6 minus 1 by 8. The LCM would be 24. 3 8s are 6 4s are 8 3s are 1 by 24. This is the amount of work done by Rita in one day. So work done by Ram in ratio of work done by Ram, work done by Shyam and work done by Rita in one day would be nothing but 1 by 6, 1 by 8 and 1 by 24. Say multiply by 24 throughout, what you will get over here? 6 4s are 24, 8 3s are 24 and 1. So this is the ratio of work done by Ram, Shyam and Rita in one day. So ratio of income will be same, 4:3:1. This will be the ratio of income, with income share of Rita as this. What will be the income of Rita, or how much money will Rita get? What is the ratio for Rita? 1 divided by 4 plus 3 plus 1 into total money. What is the total money that they get? 800, right? So Rita will get 1 upon 4 plus 4 is 8 into 800 would be rupees 100. See how easily and very quickly we got the answer. See, always remember the tips which we learned at the start of the tutorial. If you remember the tips, you will very easily and quickly be able to solve all sums related to work and wages. Just remember, more work, more money. Less days, more money. With this, we stop with work and wages. Hope it helped to increase your confidence. Give it a like if you like the video and also share it with others. You can give comments and suggestions below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel so as to stay updated about more such videos.